Most founders think that splitting salaries 50-50 or splitting salaries based on their percentage of ownership is the fair thing to do. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Both of those payment structures will eventually cause resentment. And that resentment can kill partnerships and stall growth, quietly suffocating the business that you're building. In this video, I'll show you why equal salaries and ownership percentage-based salaries are a big mistake, and what smart founders are doing instead. This is an approach that builds stronger partnerships and, by extension, a stronger firm. If you're new here, I'm Kevin Marra, and I lead Nemawashi Circle, a mastermind for founders of consulting firms. We help consulting firm owners turn their expertise into productized offers, build firms that run without them, and then put them in a position for a high-value exit. I've guided multiple founders through their exit transactions, including one that sold for $52 million. By the way, if you're curious what your firm's actually worth, we've got a free valuation calculator you can try. It's honest, it's a little bit brutal, but it shows you exactly where you stand and what you need to fix. The link for that is in the description. Okay, let's start out by talking about founder compensation. Here's the big idea of this video. As a founder, your income comes from two sources. The first is your salary. That's the payment for the job that you do in the business. Just like all of your employees earn a salary for coming to work each day, you should too. The second source of your income is your distributions. That's the money that you earn because you own part of the business. Distributions are tied to equity. So if the company makes a profit, you get your share. If you sell the company, same thing. Own 40% of a $10 million sale, you walk away with $4 million. Simple, right? But most founders mix this up, and that's where problems start. They don't separate the money they earn as employees from the money they earn as shareholders. But you wear two hats at your business. You're both an employee and an owner, and each one of those roles should be paid separately. Your salary should reflect your role and not your ownership. If your co-founder is the CEO and you're running sales, you shouldn't both be paid the same. His salary should be what it would cost to hire a CEO in his place. And your salary should be your replacement's compensation. I've seen this situation happen. One founder was working 60-hour weeks and really pushing the company forward, while the other was doing a very relaxed job of account management at their biggest client. This isn't a problem, but the problem came in when both were drawing the same paycheck. This model doesn't make sense when you look at founder compensation from the two sources that I'm talking about here: salaries and distributions. Another benefit of this strategic change in thinking is that it allows for role changes. Let's say one founder wants to step back and not have an active role in the business. They still get distributions, but salary, that ends because they're no longer in an active operating role. And this is about more than just fairness. It's also about sellability. Using this strategy of paying yourself your replacement's market rate is the most direct way to hire someone to do your operational role. When your business catches its stride and starts making real money, your salary is going to be only a small percentage of your total compensation. And that's what you're aiming for. I'm hoping that sooner than later, your job isn't worth the money you're making to do it, and that you're tempted to replace yourself and hire someone in your spot. If the founders have replaced themselves and are no longer in the daily operations of the business, this is very attractive to acquirers. This reduces key man risk and boosts your valuation. So here's the takeaway. Co-founders shouldn't make the same salary unless you're doing the same job. Instead, once a year, sit down and redefine your roles. Adjust your salaries to match your roles. It's not that complicated, and it saves your partnership from resentment bubbling up. I appreciate you sticking around to the end of this video. If this is hitting home, please like and subscribe for more no BS advice on building a viable consulting firm. And if you want my help building a company with less chaos, a real pipeline, productized services, and a path to exit, check out the link in the description. There, you'll find a video that breaks down exactly how Nemawashi Circle works, who it's for, and the kinds of results that our founders are seeing. See you over there.